Comply or else. 2.4 million Illinoisans who own guns will be affected, and non-residents visiting the state of Illinois very soon as of April 10th, 2023. So just a few days from now, we're going to dive into some of these details. Coming in from the Illinois Center Square, we have Illinoisans could soon face penalties if improperly possessing certain guns and magazines. Starting April 10th, gun owners in Illinois will be violating state law if they possess certain semi-automatic firearms and magazines in public places. At an unrelated stop in Champaign on Wednesday, Governor JB Pritzker said the ban on more than 170 semi-automatic firearms and magazines, over 10 rounds for rifles and 15 rounds for handguns, is to keep guns off the streets. There are certain guns that should not be available to the general public broadly, said the governor. See, folks, only Big Bro can have them, and therefore they will enforce. Pritzker enacted the Protect Illinois Communities Act on January 10th of 2023, prohibiting all future sales, except to some in certain law enforcement roles. While already owned firearms and magazines were grandfathered, the law says 90 days after enactment, gun owners must follow certain protocols or face criminal penalties. Illinois State Police say on their frequently asked questions on their website about the law, Illinoisans can legally possess firearms on private property owned or immediately controlled by the person. On private property that is not open to the public, that's key, with the express permission of the person who owns or immediately controls such property. While on the premises of a licensed firearms dealer or gunsmith for lawful repair, at a licensed firing range or sport shooting competition venue, or while traveling to and from these locations. While certain capacity magazines over 10 rounds for rifles and 15 rounds for handguns can be owned, they cannot be possessed in public even with a concealed carry license. Mr. Todd from Freedom Steel astutely argues that the law includes prohibiting 15-round magazines that they have removable base plates, which he says is common. Now, folks, if you've ever cleaned your magazine, you'll know on the bottom base plate, you press the pin, the plate cover comes off, and you can then dismantle and clean your magazine. That also means it can be easily converted to add extensions, thus making it a so-called high-capacity magazines. Are these magazines, or any magazine that has a removable base plate, technically illegal? It does appear so. Does that mean only revolvers will be legal in the state of Illinois unless that base plate of the magazine is permanently affixed? How will those licensed concealed carry holders be treated, even though the Illinois concealed carry statute holds preemption to home rule forms of government? This will supersede it. Many police chiefs will enforce, not all, but we know the Illinois State Police will certainly do so, and the Illinois Attorney General said it is the law and it's to be enforced. The law says 90 days after enactment, Illinois gun owners can't possess prohibited guns or magazines in public unless they are unloaded and closed in a case. That includes transporting from one place to another. There is also a provision in the law about people from out of state with such firearms and magazines. Any non-resident who transports within 24 hours a weapon from a place they may lawfully possess it to another place may lawfully possess it to ensure the weapon is unloaded and neither the weapon or ammunition being transported is immediately accessible or is directly accessible from the passenger compartment during transport. Does that mean glove compartment no longer applies? If the vehicle doesn't have a compartment outside of the driver's compartment, The weapon or ammunition shall be contained in a locked container other than the glove compartment or console. If you're a non-resident, you can only be in Illinois with your firearm for 24 hours, according to the statute. Non-residents are not welcome in Illinois. You'll be treated with hostility. Violations of the magazine ban is a petty offense with a $1,000 fine. Unlawful possession of a banned firearm carries up to a Class 3 felony. Another phase of the gun and magazine ban is the registry. Illinois residents may keep any AR-15 or so-called assault weapon that has been defined as an assault weapon under the new law if the firearm was owned prior to the effective date of the law and registered between October 1st of 2023 and January 1st of 2024, ISP said. There is no registration fee. Isn't that nice of them? I'm sure as time goes on, there will certainly be a registration fee. Now, we know that this is going before the Illinois Supreme Court in May, but we also know as of April 10th, if you are a concealed carry licensee, you may want to be extremely cautious carrying any magazine. Thus is why I stated earlier, perhaps a revolver is the safest route to go. We'll see what happens with HB5471 Public Act 102-1116 that was signed into law on January 10th of 2023 as the Protect Illinois Community Act. I find this very disconcerting. I don't know why we continue to stay in the state of Illinois as we are losing our liberties and freedoms all for the illusion of safety. Folks, I would encourage you to continue being involved. Share our videos. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and visit our sponsors, guys. These are good people, pro-Second Amendment businesses that help keep you educated, trained, and ultimately a responsible protector. You'll see a pinned comment in the section. Click on it and, of course, support our sponsors. I'll also post it in the description. Share our videos to other social media groups and your channels as it lets the algorithm know that somebody actually cares about the gun laws in the state of Illinois. And we know that once something happens in Illinois, it tends to spread elsewhere. We must stop it. Folks, I do appreciate you as always for tuning in and lending me your ear. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and I'll be seeing you soon. Remain safe.